Excitement filled the air as the family arrived at Jinnah International Airport. Suitcases packed with warm clothes and cameras, they checked in for their Karachi to Islamabad flight. Muhammad peeked through the terminal windows at the planes, while Muntaha hugged her teddy bear, asking, "Will Swat have snow?" Boarding passes in hand, they waved goodbye to Karachi. Their adventure was about to begin. After a quick flight, they landed at Islamabad International Airport, where their Al-Wazir-arranged driver, Ali, waited with a sign and a warm smile. Loading their luggage into a comfortable Toyota Corolla, Ali became their guide for the scenic 5-hour drive to Swat. The kids settled in with snacks, eyes wide as the city faded into rolling hills. The journey north was a visual feast. The Swat Expressway whisked them past terraced fields and bustling towns. As they entered the Malakan Pass, the landscape transformed. Lush valleys, turquoise rivers, and towering cliffs surrounded them. Muntaha spotted her first waterfall, while Muhammad counted tunnels along the way. "Are we in Swat yet?" he asked eagerly. By evening, they reached their first stop, Fizigat, Swat. The family checked into their cozy riverside hotel, where the sound of the Swat River welcomed them. After a delicious dinner of local cuisine, they strolled along the riverbank, the moon reflecting on the water. "This is even better than I imagined," Mom sighed happily. Day one was just the beginning. Good morning from Fizigat, Swat. After a restful night by the river, the family fueled up with a hearty breakfast at their hotel. Fresh naan, Swati omelets, and steaming kawa. Little Muntaha giggled as she fed crumbs to sparrows, while Muhammad mapped out the day's route. "Abu, today we go to the ski resort, right?" The family set off toward Malam Jaba, Swat's famous ski resort. The winding mountain road treated them to jaw-dropping views: terraced fields, walnut orchards, and distant snow-capped peaks. Along the way, they stopped at a roadside stall where the kids tasted freshly picked apples, their crisp sweetness a perfect snack for the journey. As they climbed higher, the air grew crisper, and suddenly, Malam Jaba appeared. The kids gasped at the sight of the ski lifts. Even in summer, the resort's green slopes were stunning. The parents checked into the Malam Jaba resort, where their balcony offered panoramic valley views. "It's like we're in Switzerland," Dad exclaimed. The highlight, the iconic chairlift ride. Muhammad and Muntaha clung to their seats and their parents as they ascended over pine forests, their legs dangling mid-air. "Look, I can see our jeep down there," Muhammad pointed. At the top, they explored the viewing platform, where 360-degree vistas of the Hindu Kush left them speechless. Though nervous at first, the kids soon embraced the snow, sledding, snowball fights, and even a mini-ski lesson. Muntaha's pink snowsuit stood out against the white slopes as she tumbled laughing into a fluffy drift. "Can we stay forever?" she begged. After a final mountain breakfast at Malam Jaba Resort, the family loaded their bags into the jeep. "Next stop, Madyan and Bahrain," the driver announced. Muhammad pressed his nose to the window, already missing the snowy peaks, while Muntaha practiced her explorer pose with a toy binoculars. The descent began, winding through pine forests where monkeys darted across the road. Day 4 dawned with excitement as our family departed Bahrain for Kaalam, the crown jewel of Swat Valley. After a hearty breakfast of fresh parathas and Swati honey, we loaded into our 4x4 Jeep, the only vehicle that could handle the coming adventure. The journey along the Swat River offered breathtaking views at every turn. We stopped at majestic waterfalls where the kids played in the mist, and crossed rickety wooden bridges that swayed over roaring rapids. Local shepherds waved as they tended their flocks on steep mountainsides. As we climbed higher, the air grew crisper and the landscape more dramatic. Towering pine forests gave way to jagged cliffs where eagles circled overhead. Our driver expertly navigated the winding dirt roads, sharing stories of the valley's history. By afternoon, we reached Kaalam, a paradise of flower-filled meadows and crystal-clear streams. The kids raced to explore our charming wooden hotel with its carved balconies overlooking the river. That evening, we gathered around a crackling bonfire under a sky full of stars, feasting on freshly caught trout and listening to local musicians play the rubab. Tomorrow's adventure: the journey to magical Mahodand Lake. But for now, we drifted off to sleep to the soothing sound of the Swat River just outside our windows. The road to Mahodand Lake. Our most anticipated day began before sunrise as we bundled into rugged 4x4 jeeps for the thrilling journey to Mahodand Lake. The kids, Muhammad and Muntaha, could barely contain their excitement as we left Kalam's cozy streets behind. The bumpy mountain trail proved to be an adventure in itself. Our skilled driver navigated steep inclines and river crossings while we clung to our seats, laughing with every jolt. Through the open windows, we breathed in the crisp pine-scented air and marveled at waterfalls cascading down sheer cliffs. As we climbed higher, the landscape transformed dramatically. Lush forests gave way to rocky alpine meadows where nomadic shepherds tended their flocks. The kids spotted marmots darting between boulders and pointed excitedly at snow patches still clinging to north-facing slopes in summer. Then our first glimpse of Mahodand. The turquoise lake appeared like a mirage, perfectly mirroring the surrounding snow-capped peaks. Local fishermen in wooden shikaras waved as we tumbled out of the jeep to explore. The kids immediately raced to the water's edge, skipping stones and squealing at the icy temperature. We rented our own shikara, gliding across the glassy surface while our boatmen shared stories of the lake's legends. At the far end, glacial streams fed the lake with crystal-clear water. We filled our bottles straight from the source. After a picnic lunch of freshly grilled trout by the shore, we hiked to a nearby viewpoint. From here, the entire Ushu Valley spread before us, a patchwork of emerald forests, silver streams, and distant mountain passes. As clouds drifted across the peaks, we understood why this is called Little Switzerland. Our return journey was just as memorable. Golden afternoon light bathed the valley, and we stopped to drink chai with friendly locals at a roadside shack. Back in Kalam by evening, we relived the day's adventures over steaming plates of chapli kebabs, already dreaming of tomorrow's exploration of Kalam's hidden waterfalls. The sun rose over Kalam for one last magical morning. After 6 unforgettable days, our family savored their final moments in this mountain paradise. By evening, they arrived back in Fizigat, where it all began. To celebrate, they skipped the hotel and headed straight to the riverside dhaba for one last feast. Crispy fried fish, garlic naan, and honey-coated walnuts. As the sun painted the Swat River gold, Muhammad whispered, "I want to dream about this place forever." They visit the Mengawara city for shopping to purchase traditional items. The final morning dawned over Fizigat with a golden glow. As the family loaded their bags, now stuffed with handmade shawls, walnut carvings, and a lifetime of memories, the Swat River seemed to flow slower, as if saying, "Don't go yet." Muntaha tucked a pink wildflower into her backpack to plant in Karachi, while Muhammad triple-checked his treasure box of rocks and pine cones.